In studio, we have the insane Daryl Wayne. I am Mark Alyn. We have Ken Jeffries visiting us and our associate producer and Facebook guru, Kevin Stern, all sitting here. Hello, gentlemen.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Hello. Hello. And they look like the Three Stooges. Kevin, thank you very much for coming in. We appreciate that. We haven't seen you for a while.
Thanks for having me back. And I like to be in the gentleman club.
Yeah, you are in. Listen, yes, I had. And by the way, you can go to latenighthealth.com and see the picture of our philosopher, the late night health philosopher in residence, Katherin-Stengel. Kathrin, Ken has a question for you.
Yeah, just a real quickie. When you mentioned in the last segment about crossing your arms and all of that, and Daryl made the observation that's how people are put in coffins. Mm-hmm. But it's interesting, and that how you can feel your heartbeat really in your fingertips. What I found interesting is I'm an old disc jockey. Wow, and I remember the old Beach Boys song "Good Vibrations." And, she's giving me good vibrations, excitations, all this other stuff.
You want to put your hands on a woman's... I'm sorry.
For excitations? No.
Yes.
No, but I thought of the phrase good vibrations, and it sounds like a combination of body and soul here. When you cross your arms, you would feel, I guess, good vibrations maybe coming from yourself, feeding back into yourself, kind of a biofeedback thing or something. Does that kind of make sense?
Yes, you got it. You're a natural. This is exactly what it is. It's energy medicine.
Thank you. Yeah.
It is vibration. Everything is vibration, and you kind of tap into that universal force. We say in JinJinJitsu, the universal pulse through using your own hands. So it's really tapping into that vibration of the universe, basically, and the power of the universe through using your own hands. That's exactly what it is. And you recharge your batteries.
And recharging yourself, not relying on somebody else. So this is all about self-love.
Yes, health is in your hands is about self-care, self-love, and that's why I think it's what we all should do for, next year. 2016 should be the year of self-care. And it really is about that starting with yourself is so important. And here you have your own hands, and you can do a lot of things by simply placing them on your body and tapping into that universal energy.
Do you have to have a spiritual background, a belief in something other than oneself to make this work, to make JinJinJitsu work? No,
I think it's wonderful when you, as we said, when you kind of feel that it is tapping into the good vibrations. I think it helps, and it's wonderful, but you don't need to have this background. It is used in hospitals, at the UK Markey Cancer Center in Kentucky, at Morristown Hospital in New Jersey, and at UC San Diego Center for Integrative Medicine. It is a really very effective healing art. You don't need to believe in anything for it to work.
In looking at JinJinJitsu, and overcoming physical as well as emotional issues. You've been doing this for several years now. How did you discover JinJinJitsu?
I discovered it when I was pregnant with my third child, and my arms grew numb all the time at night. I had to walk around, and it was very unpleasant. And someone helped me. My massage therapist said I can do JinJinJitsu, and it is a tough name. It actually mention this quickly for your listeners. It just means what we spoke about the good vibrations. It means Jin, compassionate man, Shin, tapping into the life force, and Jutsu, the art. So the art of tapping into that good vibration. That's what it means. So I discovered it through my massage therapist. She helped me greatly. And then I found that book and card set, Health is in Your Hands, in German, and I practiced with it for about a year, and I was absolutely amazed, as you said, about the effect it has on my body, mind, and spirit, and that of my children and my husband, because I started treating everybody around me, and then I became a practitioner.
And there's something that's been out for thousands of years called tapping. Are you familiar with tapping?
Not very deeply.
But
I think
is this related, or can it be related?
It's not. We're kind of all related because we're using our hands and the power of the hands, but JinJinJitsu, and we're using similar points. We all use similar points like acupuncture points, but JinJinJitsu is really its own art of healing. And what I personally prefer to tapping is that I can practice it anywhere, anytime. It doesn't look funny, to be honest, Mark, because you cannot sit in your studio and tap your face, but you can hold your index finger, or you can hold, just put your hand, as we spoke about, on your chest. No one would even notice, and it would make a difference.
You don't know. I could be tapping my face right now, and probably should be tapping my face. I want to remind everybody that you can go to latenighthealth.com, look under Kathrin in the guest tab. There'll be a picture of Kathrin there, and also a link to her website so that you can look at some of the other Upper West Side philosopher books and publications. I want to remind everybody, coming up this week is Renewal's Eve celebration, a global celebration featuring inspiration, joy, and reflection as we step powerfully into 2016. Robert Clancy will be guiding that. Go to guidetothesoul.com/Renewal's Eve. I'm Mark Alyn. Kathrin, thank you. We'll have you back and we'll talk more about this next year, okay?
Thank you so much for having me, and Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to everybody.
And Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year.
Coming up next, Linda Lassie will be joining us, and we'll talk to her in just a few moments. Don't go away.